King Charles? Old news. Harry and Meghan? Who needs them? As far as royals go, the future's Spanish. Just ask the Lady of Tejada. Although it's unlikely that King Juan Carlos's granddaughter, Victoria, will ever inherit the throne, she is still fairly high up in the line of succession. With Juan Carlos's abdication in 2014, his son Felipe became King Felipe VI. His children, Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia, are the next in line for the crown. Had Spain's laws of succession not prioritized male heirs, Juan Carlos's oldest child, Infanta Elena, would have succeeded him as queen. This would have put Victoria as second in line for the throne after her older brother Felipe. Instead, she is now fifth in line to the throne. Despite being so close to the throne, Victoria does not hold the title of princess. Instead, she is known as Doña Victoria de Marichala de Borbon, Lady of Tejada. You'd think that growing up as the granddaughter of the Spanish king would have put Victoria Federica in the limelight, but she was far enough removed from the crown that she was actually able to live a relatively normal life. While avid royal watchers would sometimes report on her comings and goings, her younger years were largely lived out of the public eye. It wasn't until 2022 that Victoria really emerged, and it seems she deliberately took control of how she'd be received. She gave her very first interview that year at the age of 21, speaking to Elle Spain about her life and her goals. Victoria had already made a few waves though, having launched an Instagram account in 2019. By the time she sat down for that first interview, she was already being spoken of as an up-and-coming fashion influencer. Victoria Federica is a member of a family tree that connects her to other royal families. Like pretty much all of Europe's royals, Victoria is descended from Queen Victoria. She can trace her ancestry to Queen Victoria through multiple branches of her family tree, making her cousin to many royals, including Prince William and Prince Harry.
Boom.
She is also related to Queen Margrethe II of Denmark and King Carl XVI Gustav of Sweden, as well as many former royals, including Crown Prince Pavlov of Greece and Denmark and the Romanov family of Russia. Victoria's father also comes from an ancient Spanish family. Jaime de Marichala y Sáenz de Tejada is descended from Amalio de Marichala y Bruguera, the Count of Ripalda, and holds the hereditary lordship of Tejada through his mother. Victoria Federica may have relatives all over Europe, but if there's one country aside from Spain that has her heart, it's probably Greece. Greece is the homeland of her maternal grandmother, Queen Sofia of Spain. Sofia is the sister of Constantine II, the last king of Greece. The monarchy there was abolished in 1974. Victoria cherishes her Greek heritage, telling Elle Spain she recalls a family trip to the country and that she was excited to explore the place her grandmother grew up. She said, "Athens is a city that transmits many emotions to me, and discovering it together will remain forever etched in my memory." Even Victoria's name speaks to her connection to Greece. Her second name, Federica, is a variation of Frederica, the name of her great-grandmother, the late Queen Frederica of Greece. Victoria's great-uncle, King Constantine, died in January 2023, and she attended the funeral in Athens with other members of the Spanish royal family. Riding is a time-honored royal tradition. Members of the British royal family partake in the sport, including Queen Elizabeth II, Princess Anne, and Princess Eugenie.
It never seemed that we were introduced. They were always there. That's what you did.
And some of Spain's royals are also known to be at home on horseback. This is a hobby that has been passed down to Victoria Federica, who told Hola in a 2022 interview that both her mother, the Infanta Elena, and her grandfather, King Juan Carlos, are avid horse riders, and that her mother nurtured her love for both riding and animals in general. Like Elena, Victoria is a competitive rider who has tested her skills in various contests over the years. King Juan Carlos of Spain has found himself at the heart of many controversies over the years. He abdicated in favor of his son Felipe back in 2014 after a series of scandals caused him to lose favor with the public. Among them was an expensive hunting trip during which he killed an elephant, a move that was especially divisive, as it was seen as unnecessarily extravagant at a time when the Spanish economy was floundering. While the former king may not be the most popular royal in the world, he does maintain a good relationship with his granddaughter, Victoria Federica. In her interview with Elle Spain, Victoria spoke of her close bond with her grandfather, saying that she has looked up to him ever since she was a little girl. Controversies aside, Victoria claimed that her grandfather has always been committed to the people of Spain, and that he continues to inspire her. It isn't only the older generation of Spanish royals with whom Victoria Federica apparently shares a close relationship. She also reportedly holds a special bond with her cousins, Princess Leonor, the heir to the Spanish throne, and the Infanta Sofia. While there's a bit of an age gap between the girls, they grew up together and are still close to this day. She's also connected to her male cousins, who, like her, are not in the direct line of succession. These cousins, the children of her aunt, are closer to her in age. Juan Valentin is a year older, born in 1999, Pablo Nicolas was born in 2000, and Miguel was born in 2002. They also have a younger sister, Irene, born in 2005. The family reportedly grew up going on trips together, solidifying their bond. As Victoria Federica told InStyle Spain, "We have a very good relationship. I have lived my childhood with both families, so I have been able to share a lot of time with all my cousins." Spain has been an overwhelmingly Catholic country for hundreds of years. Indeed, the country is a large part of the reason that Catholicism is the most widely followed form of Christianity in the world. Spain colonized dozens of nations across the globe, bringing Catholicism with it.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
While the vast Spanish Empire is no more, the royal family of Spain, along with most of the country, is still Catholic to this day. That includes Victoria Federica. Victoria's Catholic faith is a central part of her life, in fact. She told El Spain, "I am a practicing Catholic. Every morning when I get up, I thank God. The Lord is everything to me, and in the church, I find peace and tranquility. He is essential in my life." As fifth in line to the Spanish throne, Victoria Federica is not subject to the same constraints as some of her more senior family members. She doesn't face the same scrutiny as those more likely to inherit the responsibility of ruling the country either, and she does not need to worry about continuing the royal line. That doesn't mean that she doesn't want to have a family one day, though. Victoria is a royal forging her own path, and in her interview with Ola, she said she dreams of both having kids and flourishing in her career. While she is focusing on her career for the foreseeable future, she said that her long-term goal is to settle down and raise a family. As for who she will raise that family with, Victoria said that the most important quality she looks for in a partner is that they are a good person. She's not in a rush to meet that special someone, though, saying that she's content to be single and to be supported by good friends for the time being. While Victoria Federica has been labeled a Nepo baby due to her royal roots, she is working hard to build a career of her own. Victoria wants to work in the fashion industry, revealing in her interview with Ola that she is inspired by her father, Jaime de Marichala, who has taken on a role in the fashion industry as an advisor to LVMH owner Bernard Arnault. This luxury group boasts some of the most recognizable brands in the world, from Christian Dior to Tiffany & Co. Victoria has done some modeling in recent years, notably representing Haus and Tropea, but her passion for fashion could take her in a number of directions. The young royal also studied business administration and management at Madrid's College for International Studies. It seems she's well prepared for a career in the business or marketing spheres of the fashion industry. Victoria Federica is still building up her career in the fashion industry, but she is already well known for wearing fashionable clothing wherever she goes. An appearance at the Claro Couture fashion show during 2023's Fashion Week in Madrid had outlets reporting on her crop top paired with a silver miniskirt suit set. King Juan Carlos's granddaughter also helped spur on the Y2K fashion revival, sporting a pair of checkerboard print pants on her Instagram in December 2022. That was the same month she appeared on the cover of InStyle Spain, which analyzed some of the royals' head-turning outfits, including a sleek black Elisabetta Franchi jumpsuit that they claimed gave off Sandy from Grease vibes.
Sandy?
Tell me about it, stud.
More than anything, Victoria Federica is not one to rest on her laurels. While she could easily use her connections and her growing popularity to become a successful influencer, living as a social media star isn't her goal. In fact, she doesn't even think of herself as an influencer, despite having more than 200,000 followers on Instagram. In her interview with Ola, Victoria said that while some of her friends are influencers, she doesn't think her work falls under that category, as her main focus isn't social media engagement. Instead, her goal is to have a broader impact on the fashion industry, which means going far beyond Instagram. Still, influencer or not, this young royal is definitely seen as something of an it girl.